before? Okay, so you're about 50%. This is going to be something different than you've had before. Pirates. Right? What do you know about pirates?
They stay on ships.
They stay on ships. That's a great start. And you, what else do? You keep on?
Floating.
Floating. That's what ships do, right? And it takes certain people on that ship to make it stay afloat. And today we're going to be doing Land Co-leadership. And you'll see you took a seat, and many of you, some of you were sitting in the back of the ship, and I made you come up forward, and you might already be saying, I don't like this captain. But I tell you, in the next hour, we only have 1 hour together. You are going to go on a journey that hopefully will take you throughout life, and you'll remember something. The 8 rules to plunder by. 8 rules to plunder by, all right? So let's get started. Bigger, better ships. Why did pirates become pirates? Boats became possible, right? Pirates are on boats. That's the first thing you said, right? You wouldn't work for Sykes Student Union unless there was a student union building. Let's keep it simple, right? But then, booty. What's booty? Let's keep it PC. What's booty in pirate terms?
Treasure.
Treasure. We're going to discover some treasure today. What do you think pirates were going after as booty? Gold. Oh wait, I had a sophisticated word out there. It started with a B. Did I hear somebody say something? Pieces of 8, right? Silver. It wasn't just gold, you had silver. Sometimes it was medicine because there are certain diseases that pirates got called scurvy. And of course, we're not trying to attract any kind of diseases into your world right now. We're trying to keep you healthy, right? But there are certain things, they were the things that were treasures to them. What are some treasures that you have? What do you treasure? Right now, what do you treasure as students, as professionals? What do you treasure? Sleep. Who treasures sleep? I treasure sleep. What else do you treasure?
My education.
My education. Excellent. What else do you treasure?
Our money.
Our money. Because you can't get the education unless you have the money to pay for it. And then you can't sleep and you can't go to class to learn anything if you don't sleep. See how it's all related? What else do you have?
I was going to say technology, like iPhones, computers, stuff like that.
Because it keeps the ship connected.
Yeah.
And guess how much technology that you have to work with in this building? A lot. And again, sometimes you love it, and sometimes you don't. And there's some head nods on that one. But here are the 8 rules to plunder by. We're going to be aware of the culture that is with all of you. We're going to build and foster trust, and we're going to use some of the things that are on your table to build that trust. Because how many of you worked with more than 3 other people in this room? How many of you have worked with none of these people in this room before? So, you're doing a leap of faith. You might know them off on campus somehow, but you may not have had this opportunity to work closely with them. So you may know that they can socialize really well, or they can study really well, but how do you work together as a team? In this Land Co-leadership, we're going to build and foster this trust. And we're going to come up with our own rules. Pirates had rules. As crazy as you think that sounds, like, no, they didn't have any rules. They just partied it up and just had a good time and got money and captured ships, and that was the end of the day. Not at all. They had rules. You're going to have the opportunity to come up with your own rules. You're going to be able to speak some piratese and also get comfortable with tough love. How many of you have ever experienced a conflict with someone else in your job here at Sykes Student Union? It might be verbal, it might be just misunderstanding, it might be, hey, I thought you were getting that. Oh, I thought you were getting that. Oh, you were on different shifts, those kind of things. It happens. And we might even have a duel later. One never knows. But then you're going to get an equal vote of affairs when we put it into action as we do over time. All of these things are going to be interactive, and hopefully you'll have a good time. But what we can learn in spite of, this is the rules, folks. Drinking and gambling in excess is bad. That's one of their rules. Another rule, seizing ships is stealing, treasure is worse. And when I say it's their rules, it's Sykes' rules, not pirates per se. And the last one, taking a person's life is horrible and can cost you your life. That's stating the obvious, right? But I thought I had to, clear conscience that. Like Pat Croce, he's a fabulous guy. Anybody ever meet Pat Croce or know Pat Croce? Anybody ever heard of him? Maybe the 76ers owner in the past?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that Pat Croce, yeah.
I was going to say that. I was like, that's good stuff.
Yeah, and guess what? I stumbled upon him, actually the whole family stumbled upon him, 5 different times while we were in Key West this summer. And he just so happened to write about the Pirate Handbook. So all of this has gotten inspired as a result of meeting Pat. So what I have to tell you is you may be working with people in this room right now to do a task, but you don't know where that will take you later in life. It's not just today, it's just not here and now. What relationships do you want to build and strengthen so that it can actually help you not only get the education, but maybe get you the next job out of here? That's not what we're here to talk about today, but it's important to talk about what that brand's going to be. And so here's Pat's little story about how he got interested in pirates.
Is he related to Jim Croce?
No. We still have Johnny Depp going on. Let me just try this again for you.
I was just a kid when I first saw Earl Flynn in the movie Captain Blood, fighting his way from slavery into a swashbuckling life of piracy. I was so intrigued by the pirates' freedom from tyranny and authority that I started carving skull and crossbones into my ruler and onto my notebooks at school. Well, needless to say, the nuns didn't like that very much, and they beat me with that ruler. Well, years later, I really had the opportunity to indulge in my passion for pirates, and I bought my first real pirate artifact, a 300-year-old first edition book called Buccaneers of America by Alexander Escobar. I opened that baby up and I dove inside. Sometimes people ask me if I'm a pirate, and I say yes, but 300 years is too late. Over the past 30 years, I've studied the lives of pirates. I've gone on international maritime adventures to recover their booty, and I've collected more than 500 of their rare scattered relics. You can see them all at my St. Augustine Pirate and Treasure Museum in St. Augustine, Florida. Like the world's only pirate treasure chest, and one of only 2 Jolly Roger flags in existence, and I'm still collecting. Researching and writing about pirates is in my bones. That's the bloody reason why I wrote the Pirate Handbook, with the true-to-life secrets of how to be a pirate and live to tell the tale. You pick this baby up, and you'll be ready to cut some throats. You can call it the ultimate gangway to a life of danger, intrigue, daring, and fortune. Me, I call it a lifestyle, and I'm living it. The question is, will you?
So Pat, he has a little bit of passion, right? Think about, how do you know that he has passion about what he does? Go for it.
Enthusiasm.
His enthusiasm. What else did you notice? Go for it.
His like facial expressions while he was talking.
Facial expressions, you got it. You were just sucked in, right? It's like, oh my gosh, where is this place? You know? Yeah, what else?
The backstory about how, like, since he was a child, he's been, like, really interested, so obviously it's something he really feels strongly about.
There you go. So it's really, where does it come from? Where does it go? You know, how does that translate to others? Well, while you're here in Sykes Student Union, you're the front face. You're leading in many capacities here. You're sometimes the first time that people ever got introduced to Westchester. So you could be, hi, I'm Molly, what's up, what do you need? Or you're gonna be like, hi, welcome to Westchester. I love it here and this is why, and what brings you here today? How can we help you? Whoa, totally different, right? Totally different. Because, so what we need to do right now is be aware of our culture. Our culture, what on earth, what does that mean? Culture, that word. What is it? Culture. If I say brand, does that make sense? What we stand for as a group here?
Isn't culture, it's like a learned, I just lost my train of thought, but it's learned and passed down from generation to generation, and it's particular to a certain group. So like there's a Westchester culture, but then you can also have a culture, like there's a Sykes subculture of the Westchester culture, and then there's like an SD subculture of the Sykes subculture,
You got it. So basically, what it is what would people say about those who work at Sykes Student Union? Are they friendly? Are they inviting? Are they helpful? Or are they miserable? Are they just doing it for a paycheck? Well, that might be the case, and that's okay. But it's how you do it to get that paycheck. But it's those things. It's like, are you there to be a part of the team, or are you there just to abide time? So, let's put into action. On your table, you have a deck of cards. One deck. Someone, feel free to pick it up. Now, okay, Captain, since you're the captain, I'd like you to delegate that to one of your mates to shuffle it well. So what are you going to do to decide who's going to shuffle?
Don't screw up. You're all shuffling.
So some of the things I just heard was, who knows how to shuffle? Or, so you're already, as a leader, looking for the best person to do the job, right? You did that over here, right? So this is a part of Land Ho leadership. If I don't know how to shuffle, how would that make me feel? Like, you know, so it's seeing who's the best person on this site ship to do the job. So, now that they're shuffled, I'm going to give you 3 minutes to come up with a plan. Okay? When you're board ship, you have to strategize. So, I need you to put them in order. Hearts, diamonds, clubs, spade. From ace to what? King. In these 3 minutes of strategizing your plan, you are not allowed to actually do the task. What questions do you have of me before 3 minutes start?
So it's ace, heart, spade, club.
Is that right?
No, ace is not a suit.
So we go hearts. Thank you for asking that question. Hearts, diamonds, clubs. How about your teeth, ladies? Spades. Well done. And I love that you're taking notes. You got it. Question.
So we're doing like ace to king, hearts, ace to king, diamond, like that.
Bingo. Got it? 3 minutes on the clock. Go. Now that captain who started with the deck needs to assign his quartermaster, someone who carries out the operations of the ship, assign someone to come up and grab a bag from me. And you are not to look at anybody else's but your own, and you're not to share it even at the end. One of those slips of paper is going to be someone who's going to cause mutiny on your ship. So, keep aware as you go through and try to put your cards in the fastest order possible, just as I stated. All right? Here's where you hit Broadway, folks. Ready, set, go. And when you're done, have your quartermaster run up.
Run, quartermaster, go!
Go, Croce,
You're not running!
hold on to him.
So I don't know what's right.
All right. You're happy with the results of your crew? How is your crew doing? You think they did pretty well? All right. So I'm going to ask the quartermasters to switch with someone else to give them your deck of cards. Double check them and make sure they are those honest pirates. They could be a part of the mutiny. Let's see. Did they do well? Excellent! Let's see your chest. And who was the first one up? What group? You were? What I thought was interesting is they both pointed at one another saying, no, you were, no, you were. You were very friendly pirates. It's wonderful that you're doing that. So we'll have 2 first places. So I'll ask the other quartermasters to have a seat. Thank you very much. So the 2 quartermasters. All right, so let's listen to these 2 quartermasters. What is it? Let's respect your mateys. Let's respect your mateys. Give attention to the quartermasters. So how is it that you processed it?
We worked as a team, and the captain kind of, asked what's the easiest way to do this, and we all came up with, all right, we'll split it, and then we'll do, everybody take a pile, and we'll all come back together, and just work.
How many took that strategy with your group? 3 of them. And you did the same thing as well?
Yeah, we each split up the cards and then we put them in order of the suits and then put them in order of the numbers.
So you took 2 steps and still was able to get it done. Now a question.
Okay.
Did you have someone trying to commit mutiny on your ship?
No.
Really? Did you?
No.
Did anybody out there?
No.
You all failed on Broadway. Have a seat. I want to tell you that I've done this activity. This is my 2nd time doing this activity today. The last one, everyone pointed at someone in their team to be the saboteur, somebody who was the mutiny. There wasn't one slip of paper that had mutineer on it. So you stay focused on the task. Now did it for you? Because give yourself applause for that. Because a clarifying point for that, so often in leadership, because maybe something has happened in the past that you might not have had that great relationship that, oh my gosh, you're trying to mess it up. That judgment comes in, right? That judgment comes in. I call it monkeys in the brain. It gets in there and messes everything up and you forget what the goal is you were trying to do in the first place. So I want to commend you for being the first group who didn't let the monkeys get in the brain and let the saboteurs come in and take over. So beware of the culture. You certainly were aware of the culture and persevered. Congratulations, pirates. Now, captains, this is your opportunity to either elect yourself or elect someone in your group to represent one of these pirate captains. What do you think? Someone who represents the group. What do they have? What do they have? Speak forward, speak loud. Okay, what else? What else do they have to be? Visionary? Well, they're just speaking. So they're up here. Whoever's being elected is to speak a paragraph about one of these pirates. Clear, loud voice. These captains, all of you have the opportunity to be a captain at Sykes. When? When do you have an opportunity to become a captain at Sykes? How about up here? Okay, no, that's okay. I appreciate that. How about when can you become a captain in Sykes Student Union?
You're asked ahead of task.
When you're ahead of your task that you're trying to achieve? Is that what you?
Correct. You're working with a team together to complete a task and become the captain in that site.
Excellent. How about in the back?
I think you can be a captain no matter if you're leading the group or following the group. I think you can always just be a captain and be a team player.
That is exactly right. That is team spirit. That really is. Because, you know, that is an acronym, right? Team, together, everybody achieves more, right? That, you know, so it is working through that. So, I would like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, how nice. 2, 4, 6. Isn't that nice how that works out? I'd love 6 captains to come forward. Whoever you think should be the captain to represent these stellar pirates.
All right, let's go.
I was like, I want to start rapping.
We have our captains. And what I'm going to ask, because what would happen if I came up here and I'd be like, okay, yeah, I'm going to teach you about leadership and yay, pirates, and here's 8 rules to plunder by. Oh, plunder, whatever. No, you'd be like, Tony, what were you thinking? So have your best presentation voice as a captain, because captains were very persuasive and charismatic because they were also in charge of recruiting others. Because guess what? You want to recruit other cool people to work for Sykes Student Union staff too, right? So this is your opportunity. Who wants to start? Who feels confident to bring it on? Oh, I can't.
Do I just read this one?
Yep.
Alright, so before I get to character, I just want to reveal that I'm Blackboard, the most successful pirate of the Golden Age. So, I, Bartholomew Robert, began as a regular sailor until my ship was attacked by pirates. I joined them and became a pirate myself. I was later made captain of the ship and became known as Black Bart. In less than 4 years, I captured 4 plunder ships. A vast land-home leadership, maybe.
Of the ship. Who said it was?
nobody.
Your name was short.
She has the longest but most riveting.
Before I get into character, like James, Calico Jack with Anne Bonny and Mary Reed. That's all. There's no like I'm not the best.
It's a good story.
Okay.
Go for it.
All right. I, John Rickman, am captain of a pirate ship in the Caribbean. I, Calico Jack, because I like to wear colorful clothes and
and made, oh, that are made, wait, what? Sorry.
That are made of
Cloth called calico. I met Aunt Bonnie while I was ashore on an island where she lived. We fell in love, and although I knew it was against the rules to allow a woman to board the ship and join the crew just like a man. This is so interesting. I would have learned this earlier. After one of my pirate attacks, I captured a young sailor. The sailor wanted to join the crew. The sailor turned out to be yet another woman named Mary Reed. Although my ship was captured, I was proud of Anne and Mary because the crew lay conquering below the deck. They closed to defend the ship until the end. Avast, land ho leadership matey.
about how Calico delivered it was different, but still just as strong. You added a lot of joy and a lot of things, so you might attract different people than Bart. You know, that's what's great about being a captain. Next.
All right. I am Blackbeard, the most famous pirate of all time. I, Edward Teach, am the most famous pirate of all time, even though I was only a pirate for 2 short years. I got my nickname from my long bushy beard. When I go into battle, I braid pieces of rope into my beard and long hair and set them on fire. Avast, land ho leadership, baby.
What's to go next? And yes, I did typecast Bartholomew over here with his lovely beard, but I'm sure you could have made a good black beard. All right, let's go for it. We're doing cops.
All right, just to start off, I'm Henry Morgan, the most famous buccaneer. I, Henry Morgan, aka Captain Morgan, live in Jamaica. Jamaica was ruled by England. The governor gave me permission to attack Spanish ships because they were trying to take us over. I am known most for my bravery. To keep peace with Spain, good old King of England had me arrested, but I was never put on trial. I am recognized as a hero by the people and later knighted and named Deputy Governor of Jamaica. Avast, land ho leadership, mighty.
You persevered when in the eyes that you thought that you were with the England, and then, oh my gosh, now I'm being arrested, right? But you stayed true and continued through. So congratulations. All right. Oh, we're using props again. You get it, you want?
Alrighty.
Okay. Remember, rule is not hit a meeting though, right?
No,
That's one of the
okay, I'll keep it to myself.
All right.
Alright. Before I get into character, I'm Long Ben, a notable, was it privateer?
Yeah.
Privateer?
Yeah.
Privateer. However you say it, we're going to say privateer. Alright. I, Henry Avery, started as a sailor in the British Navy and later hired as a privateer. Now when my crew didn't receive any pay from the government, we decided to become pirates and I was elected as the captain. Now I became known as Long Ben. And captured a ship from India with the treasure over $40 million in today's money. Avast. Land ho, maybe.
No, we're really not going to vote because I don't want to be fair because you all did a great job. So have a seat and you. But did you see the difference when your peers got up here to do some of this? I mean, you were supportive. You were like, oh my gosh, how are they going to do this? Some of you might have been thinking, oh my gosh, I would be so scared if I did that. But the captains, you have the opportunity many a time to be the captain even when you realize you can be the captain. So with that said, you have on your table, in your packet, a little pirate profile. You have 4 different, here, I'll show you, in your slides, grab your slides, in the back, you will see that it says captain, quartermaster, navigator, and boatswain. This is where we just went from all that activity to what you're going to do is switch to the left brain and read them. And think about where you are currently. And perhaps where you would also like to be in that future. Pirates, they're dreamers. They're seekers. Look at all of those and see what resonates most with you. And when you're done, I want you to write in most like me, next most like me, next to least like me, and least like me. So you're going to write them 4 categories, okay? Questions? Go for it. So looking at these 4, you might see the captain, like I mentioned, is more the recruiter, the charismatic one, the one that kind of gets everyone together. The quartermaster actually makes sure that they're following the rules, right? And working together to the best that they can. The navigator is really strategizing what's the best way to go, looking up at those stars. The boatswain, those are the ones who are finding the holes. So if somebody gives you an idea, you might be thinking, did they consider this? They should consider this. I don't know if they thought through this the whole way. I might make this recommendation. So they're looking for ways to make something better or predict something that might be falling apart, like a smart board or no markers or whatever the case may be that you're working with through sites. Copying room, there's a lot that could go wrong there, right? Lots of different things. So once you have your order, I want you to flip over to the back. You will see that there's a pirate scorecard. So, and 3 rows. There are 3 rows with words in each box. I would love for you to put in 4 in the first row that is most like you and go through 3, 2, 1. 1 being least like you. Make sense? Go for it.
Yeah, it's 4.
So what I'm interested in knowing is how many of you rated yourself most like me as a captain? So look around, look at your mates. You have lots of captains. Around the room, the quartermasters. Those are the ones that are making sure everybody's doing what they're doing. Quartermasters, raise them high. Okay, we have 4. You have a big job, 4.
Oh, Max is quartermaster.
Oh, you're a quartermaster? How about the navigator, the planner, the laying it out? Which way do we go? 4. How about the boatswain? Kind of predicting what could go wrong, analyzing certain things. Excellent. 2. So looking at those and turning it over, raise your hand as if your first that you predicted in the beginning ended up being your first here. So if you said whatever you were in the other one, that it matched with your first on the assessment that you took. So it was predictable. So half of you had it match and half of you didn't? Was it close? Yours were around the same? So let's talk about that. What is it? No, don't say oops, you embrace it. What's your name?
Jessica.
Jessica has all numbered around the same. What could be the positive in that?
But she has a little bit of everything into her personality that she can like, it's kind of like a companion that she can kind of like, when she has to be a captain, she can be a captain. When she has to be a quartermaster, she can do that.
That's fabulous. That's exactly right. So you embrace that. That is fabulous. And with any team, as painful as it might be at times, you're stronger as a crew when you what? No? When you what? When you have a little bit of everyone together. What would happen if you had all captains on your crew?
Big fight.
Big brawl, right? Could be. What else could happen?
Well, I actually experienced with this. I was a leadership consultant last year, and we were like all captains, and it ended up being the best experience ever. So different.
What made it good?
That everybody's coming from different perspectives with the same goal. So like, I've never worked on a team before that everybody was just like, bam, let's go, like ran, and everybody was like the same.
Got it.
Captain goal. They all had their captain hat on.
And that is, so they're very visionary. They were all set on that goal. What happens, what is your name in the green? Ellie. Ellie now, she goes around finding the holes in the ship. Now, me being a captain type as well, why on earth would I want somebody like Ellie on my team?
Because you might have a big idea that you haven't totally thought through, that she can come in and be like, well, there's a hole here and here and here that we need to talk about and figure it out.
That's exactly right. I should not be poo-pooing you. I should be celebrating you. Because guess what? I might want to make this 2,000-mile voyage. It's Blackheart. Or is it Blackbeard? but seriously, I want you on my team because if I made those 2,000 miles and I'm like, whatever, Ellie, those holes in the ship, I just lost all your lives. Of course, we're talking Psych Student Union, but there's still some losses that can happen as a result of everyone not being aware of the gifts, perceived limitations of others. So, as we move on, as our ships, we have 6 ships together, and that just changed automatically. But what I want you to do is there's a blank sheet of paper, and I want you to come up on your ship with 6 rules. These are 6 typical rules that pirate ships had that they must abide by. Every ship had their own rules, but every man of the crew shall get an equal share of what's stolen. No fighting, no gambling, no women allowed aboard the ship. We'll leave that discussion for another day. And no weapons, and weapons must be kept clean and ready, and punishment for stealing or running away from a fight or keeping a secret is death. Now, that's a little bit harsh, wouldn't you say? So, I want you to be thinking in your position in Sykes as in whatever capacity you are, if you were to have these 6 rules that everyone would abide by, that it would be that joy that you just talked about. You know, everybody's like, yeah! You know, everybody's like, yeah, let's keep on going. Yay, I have to go to Sykes today to work. What rules would they be to help make that happen? So I'm going to give you 3 minutes to brainstorm it out. Ready? Go. Look at that. All right. So I've asked these 2 lovely, who do you want to be? Boatswain, quartermaster, captain?
How do you get on the ship? Yeah, just
All right. We have a quartermaster here who'd like to share her ship's rules. Everyone, listen up.
Rule number 1 is to clean up after yourself. Rule number 2 is everyone do your share and take responsibility. Rule number 3 was stay positive in every situation. Don't let the ship sink. Number 4 was put your ego aside. And then 5 was keep in constant communication with the rest of the crew. And 6 was any disagreement is settled through debate calmly in the captain's quarters.
Woo! I think that hurts. And this is just the start. You just started developing the rules. This is the stuff that you can continue to talk about as well to see how it resonates. Go for it. What's your order?
All right, number 1 is be respectful.
Be respectful.
Number 2 is communicate. Number 3 is assume good intentions. For example, if someone's criticizing you, take it for what it is and don't take it personally. Number 4, keep it real. Number 5, keep everything clean. And number 6, do your job.
Damn. Love it. Go, Captain. So you're the captain, quartermaster. Who do you want to be? Boatswain, navigator?
I'm navigator.
You're a navigator? Okay. Navigator.
All right.
Oh, actually, we're only doing 3. Oh, good, thank you.
You know what?
All right, so we got
First thing first, get in contact when you're be late. 2, communicate and keep everyone updated. 3, respect each other. 4, follow up with what needs to be done. 6, I just skipped 5. Be welcoming and pleasant. And 6, have fun and build community.
Wow, right. Thank you. And you'll see behind me, there is a day, Talk Like a Pirate Day. If you do want to go to the next level and put some of those rules into piratese, go have fun. Because that's what work is supposed to be, fun, right? So, get comfortable with tough love and never strike a matey. Who wants to beat one another up? Who wants to come up? No, because I just told you the rules, never strike a matey. Sit down. Read my pen.
Walk the plank, Jess.
So when we give an equal right, and when we give an equal vote in affairs of the moment, think about your responsibility here. You have lots of decisions that you have to kind of do on your feet. You know, there's certain things that just pop up unexpectedly and you have to be flexible. Well, you have a bag on your table with a rope in it. Within that rope, you have instructions. However, don't open up the bag yet because, oh, I love that responsiveness. You're great, you're boatswain. Are you boatswain or navigator? Navigator, you're navigator.
It's a quartermaster.
There you go. So what I want you to do, ship tying was important for 3 reasons. 3 reasons. Easy to tie, easy to untie, and it needs to do its job, all right? So in that bag, you have instructions in how to tie a knot. As a part of equal vote in affairs, you need to figure out how on earth you're going to tie that knot in that bag in order for you to save the ship, sails, because the wind is coming in and you need to tie it. Ready? Go. Their knots. Finish. Come on up. With your instructions.
You gotta do it.
Okay. All right, so we have 3 folks that were able to complete the task. Let's look at them. Oh, interesting. Look at theirs. Theirs, some of these things does not look like the other.
We tied 2 because we selected time.
Oh, so you did. Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. What did you say?
Ours gave us pictures.
Oh, so they just had pictures.
Like,
What did you have?
I had words.
So they just had words. They had pictures and words. And see, this team only had words.
But you got it, and you only had words. That makes sense.
Thank you for coming on. So, I love it. There's a gentleman that just came in with beautiful sideburns, and he just made me a noose because it's oh no, I'm sure it is. But it's fun. I just went with that. And, oh, I didn't get that memo. Oh, I didn't get that email. Oh, I didn't read that. Oh, I didn't know that. It's the same darn thing. Why are we letting you struggle like that? I'm so sorry. But it's those kind of things that if we truly have an equal vote in affairs, we're not only following the 6 rules, we're giving everybody the same respect and information in order to be successful. And that's all of us. So when we go through, reward yourself for a good day's work. No, men, I do not expect you to do your nails like this, but it's a lot of fun. Have fun to do it. But it's those kind of things that, what are you going to do? Because you're going to work hard. If you do your job well, you're going to sweat a little, you're going to persevere, and you're going to do things that maybe you're not going to want to do. It's a part of being a pirate. But at the end of the day, you want your treasure, aka in this case, by your paycheck, right? But so always be yourself. Unless you can be a pirate, then always be a pirate. But on your table, you each have cards. This is a reminder not only to follow up with me if you get stuck. I'm always there for you. I'm always there for students. But really a reminder to have those 8 rules to plunder by. Whether you do come back and work on those 6 rules that you came up with, and I'll put them together for all of you to see and make it real for you. But think about those 8 rules and how you can apply them not only to psychs, but your life. In class, out of class, 5 years from now, they stick. It's land ho leadership. On the back, you will see that says, my mission in life is ... That means I want you to complete it. What is your mission in life? Come up with 6 words as you can think. And I'm not talking, I want to be a teacher. I'm not talking, I want to be a CEO. I'm talking, what's your mission? It's your mission to bring people together and help people. Is your mission there to make someone else's day? Is your mission to give misery to others? And the answer that we do, but we'll work through that, give me a call.
6 words.
But write down on that, because I want you to keep it front of mind and share it with others, because the more you commit this to your heart and your mind and your soul, it's going to come through and it's going to come true.